Okay, welcome to the shop today. We're going to be working on, this is going to be a skinning video. A lot of people ask me, how in the world do you skin a bird out? A gobbler, a duck. I use a ventral incision, which we're going to stop, we're going to start the cut right below the beard and go straight down the breastbone, and we'll stop about an inch from the vent. There's all these big fluffy feathers down here. We're going to actually stop about an inch from the tail, say, in that area. So what I do is I detach my tails. We'll detach the tail today. I'll show you how to do that. This bird is somewhat frozen, so we'll have to work around that a little bit, but I'd rather have frozen than out in 60 degrees for 3 days. So okay, so we'll start this video off. First things first, to come into this shop here has to have a legal tag on it, or it doesn't even make it into the driveway. This thing is tagged, it's signed. Okay, so we're all squared away there. Secondly, you want to ask the customer, it's a beautiful bird, maybe 1.25 inch spurs, something in that area, very pointed hooks on it. He said about 20 pounds, so that's something to note and write on your invoice. A lot of mannequins are actually ordered by the weight of the bird, and people don't know that. We'll detach his head. This head's quite frozen still. We're going to have to make an incision around the wattles and detach the head, and what I do is I collect them the whole month and then send them off to the freeze dryer. So okay, so always grab a paper towel, have that handy. Quite bloody there, because most turkeys are shot in the head and neck, unless you're a bad shot. Okay, so I have Jay LaPointe and one of his sons here with us in the shop today. They're special guests. So what I like to do, make sure you have your water bottle. Mine is marked W. This is just plain water. It's been rinsed because this bird is edible. It was shot, then it was frozen right away. Okay. This will help your feathers part. You'll actually see when you wet it, they'll part very nicely. Okay. The goal is to cut the skin and not the feathers. That's what we're trying to do. And a lot of people didn't know that. A little simple water will help you do that. So, okay. So I'm just separating my feathers, trying to get a good run here. Okay. And there's a natural part down any bird, and a lot of people didn't notice, but you could see that there is right here. A wild turkey actually separates pretty easily. It doesn't have to be 100% straight, but I'd like it to be, if you can. Okay. These little feathers. Okay, brand new scalpel, just open this package. Okay, it's sterile surgical blade. Okay, we'll just we're going to start our cut about even center line here with the beard. That's about the center. Okay, and then it's going to go straight down here, right over the breast. Okay, and you can see we have a nice clear path here that we did with a little bit of water. Okay, straight down. And this is the part here. It's not tricky, but this part down here, it's really pretty much impossible not to cut some feathers. Okay, I see the vent right here, and we're just gonna come down here and make our cut. And again, don't cry if you lose a few feathers. He's got plenty of feathers on him. I once had a guy, it's a funny true story here. I was telling Jay about it before. He shot a trophy gobbler. I mean, this thing was probably 23.5 pounds. And it's all on film. And this guy was so excited. He ran right up to that gobbler after he shot it. It was flopping. And he grabbed that thing up by the tail. And the turkey body hit the ground. And all he was left with was a pile full of tail feathers in his hand. It actually went to freight molt and dropped its tail feathers. And the tail feathers all flopped. They were in his hand. The turkey hit the deck. So a good point is shoot a nice bird like this and it's hit in the head, it's not going anywhere. I mean, really, if it's hit in the head and neck, just let it be. You might be all excited and all that. Don't grab them up by the neck, and don't grab them up by the tail especially. So here we go, making our cut. This membrane right here that basically adheres the skin to the meat. This will be the meat, obviously. What we're going to do is we're going to take the skin off this bird. We're taking the skin off with the feathers, okay? And we're going to preserve the skin. And just like a deer, I do pickle my turkeys and I tan them. So this is a 20-pound bird. It's not a half-pound, you know, pigeon or whatever, or a grouse. You can get away with dry preservative on a grouse, but a lot of guys, they just use dry preservative on a turkey. I don't believe in that. So to have your best mount and to have a nice stretchy preserved skin, I feel that you need to tan them. So okay, you get the point. Just skin down the center. This thing is a little frozen, like we said, so it's giving me a little bit of a hard time, but I'm going to peel the other side. We'll catch up to you in a few.